Hi everybody, this is Abby with Scrappin' Abby, and I am back with another 3 Girl Jam Design Team project. This is my creation for the challenge number 24, which is Back to School with Ribbon. And this is basically a box I constructed from cardstock, and it's kind of a treat box with a little surprise on the inside. So before I go into too much detail of the box, and I have to hold it kind of on its side so you can kind of see the front. You know, this is the top and then, you know, all 4 sides. So I'll get to the box itself in just a moment. I'm just going to kind of tip it over here. The lid's going to pop off, but we'll just do this right here. And because I want to share with you guys the products that I use for the project, you set the lid like that. Oh, there, it'll stay just like that. And I'll keep it in frame there so you can see it. So this project of mine is going to be live on the 3 Girl Jam Challenge blog on Tuesday, August 13th. Let me double check my dates here. Yes, August 13th. And when you see this video, then of course you know that it's live because it'll be on my YouTube channel as well as the 3 Girl Jam site. So I'm just going to kind of show you guys the products I used to create this project. And we'll finish off with showing you guys, you know, the box and the project and the little thing inside up close here in just a moment. So first and foremost, since this is for 3 Girl Jam, these are the 3 Girl Jam crinkle ribbons that I used on this project. I think it's probably the most I've used on one project. I ended up using 5 different colors, and they all just work so well together. And these are the 5 different colors that I used. And the first one is Goblin Green, very pretty as you can see. And then Tuxedo, which is this really nice deep rich black. And then Sunflower, love that. And then this one is the Holly Berry from the Winter bundle. And then this last one is the Merlot from the Wine and Jewels bundle. And I just think these 5 colors work so well together, especially using them in conjunction with the paper that I used. I used 2 different paper collections, but for the paper that really drove this project for me is from Graphic 45, and it's from their Place and Time collection. And this is the one sheet that I use. I've cut off more of it because I've used it on the project itself, but this is kind of the color scheme, and I just love how these colors work so well with this paper collection. You can see that it just pulls all of those colors from the paper and just coordinates so well with these rich, beautiful colors that Julie creates with the crinkle ribbon that she comes up with. So I just wanted to kind of share with you that, you know, you can use more than just 1 to 2 different colors. I don't know, maybe some people might not like to you know, mix that many colors in a project, and that's okay. I like to do that, but I just also wanted to share with you guys that you can make a project work with this many colors, and as well as coordinate it and pull it from the rich tones in that paper as well. And then for the lid of the box, just some basic black, you know, cardstock. And then for the center here, this little, how you can see through the box, I just used a little bit of some clear cardstock. And then for the base of the box, the construction, I pulled again from Graphic 45, the Proper Gentleman collection. And the reason I chose this is the back side, which I think is really cool and fun. But I really liked how this pattern looked. This looks very vintage schoolhouse to me, and it matches really well with the Place and Time, you know, ABC, you know, vintage school theme. And again, it just works so well with these colors. I love it. It's like they were meant to work together with each other. So that is for as far as paper. And then for the surprise inside, which really isn't a surprise, it's just something I stuck in the center. I made, actually, let me hold off. I'll show you what I use for the inside piece in just a moment. And then as far as inks, you know, I'm always using the Distress Inks Black Soot, and then, you know, Walnut Stain. And then a couple of the different mediums. I used the Multi-Matte medium from Claudine Hellmuth, and then the Tim Holtz Distress Stickles and the Clear Rock Candy. And then for an accent, I use from Clear Snap some Smooch in the gold. And then on the flowers, you're going to see on the top, they were these white flowers like this. And I just simply painted them with this Smooch, and it worked out perfectly. And I believe that's pretty much it, except for just, you know, the adhesive, which was a combination of glossy accents and some score tape. So let's go ahead and get sharing the project with you guys. And I'll go ahead and put the lid back on, and I'll hold it. I didn't want to take my camera off the tripod I have over the arm on my desk, so I apologize if it's kind of you know, a little wonky, but I'm trying my best. So this is the box that I made, and I constructed this again, all just from cardstock using my Score Pal, and I made a box, and then I'll show it to you all the way around with the lid on, so you can kind of get that look, and then I'll take the lid off just so it's a little bit easier to share with you. So this is the inside of the box, or the top of the bottom base of the box. This is where I use the clear cardstock so you could see through on the inside. I used 2 different colors of the crinkle ribbon just tucked behind this little alphabet piece from the collection that I cut out. And then I also took some of that same Holly Berry crinkle ribbon and put that around the top of the box just to kind of dress it up a little bit to make it look really pretty. And these are just some more little images from the paper collection that I cut, and I inked them, and you can see there the little, that's the Hard Rock Candy stickles that you're seeing on there. I thought that was kind of a cool look. And then I just used some more of that gold around on the perimeter of the images and on the lid as well, just to kind of make those kind of pop a little bit and kind of fit in with the rest of the theme. And then you can see that there. And I also did it on the back side a little bit because, you know, the person we're going to be giving this to, they may have it displayed where you can see the back side, and I think it's important to make that look just as pretty as the front side. So what I did for the inside, now don't laugh, because this is my first time to actually try to make an apple from this kind of paper, but anyway, it sort of looks like an apple. So I thought it was, you know, anyway, so I just did it, you know, it looked more like kind of a pumpkin, I guess, but I'll just leave it at that. So I know it could be better, so be kind if you comment. And anyway, so this is just some paper that I used to just kind of, you know, create just a, you know, just kind of mimic an apple. And then I used some more of the Goblin Green on the top here. I think this part looks really cool. It's the Goblin Green just to kind of mimic the leaf. And what I use for the stem is this piece of plastic right here. This is actually some of the you know, from the artificial flowers. This is some of the, I don't know what you call it. It's plastic, but it's like just some of the, you know, it's supposed to like mimic the wood that you can use for decorating. This is just a piece of that, and I thought this looked a lot like an apple stem. So that's what I did for that piece there, and then I just inked the pages. And the pages, if you look real close, are actually from an old dictionary. And I thought that went really well with the theme, since the person we're going to be giving this to is the principal of my daughter's school, who's also a really good friend of mine. And it's my daughter's last year at their middle school because she's going to be an 8th grader. So I thought it would be neat to kind of make this so she could give it to her, Mrs. Meckley is her name. And that way, you know, and this apple will sit inside. And then, of course, you know, Jennifer can pull this out. That's her first name, Jennifer. Anyway, she can pull this out if she wants to. And then, you know, she can store, you know, different, like hard candies in here, maybe a stack of Post-it notes or whatever she'd like to do, or even a real apple if she wanted to, you know, or even a fake one or something like that. But I thought it'd be kind of fun to put the little paper apple in there, just made from the old dictionary paper. And this is what I use. I pick these up when I'm out at thrift shops and stuff. I get old books and dictionaries. And this one was actually given to me by a teacher who was cleaning out her classroom this year, and this is outdated. They can't use it in the schools. So instead of it getting thrown into the recycle bin, I took it, with her permission, of course, and you know, she thought I could use it for crafting. So this is what I use. I took the spine off of the cover because I'll use that on a different project. And these are the pages. And then this is the chunk I have left from cutting out the shape. Of course, this is a rough cut. I, you know, did a lot better job once I had it in my hands. And this is the clear cardstock I was telling you about. I used to kind of give it a peek through window. And I'll show you guys the lid. And this lid, of course, is constructed from the black cardstock. This is one of the sayings from the paper collection. This is the way we go to school, go to school, go to school. This is the way we go to school so early in the morning. And I like that it ends. I didn't want it to wrap around all the way. I just think it gives it some really cool visual interest to kind of have this blank black space right here. And then I also cut this out, and this is where I applied the matte medium here and as well on the A. I forgot to mention that. And that just kind of gives this a little more body, so it's not quite as flimsy. So, you know, if she's picking it up or students coming in her office or something or looking at it, it's not going to tear because it's covered. And then I put some more of that gold smooch on there. And then I thought this was a really neat way to use the crinkle ribbon. This is the Holly Berry. This, what you see for the lid, I'll turn it to the back so you can kind of see it a little better. This is just a wood knob that I picked up at Home Depot. I painted the bottom gold with a smooch, and then I just put some score tape on the top, and then I just layered kind of in this ruffly, really organized pattern on the lid just to kind of decorate the knob, and I thought that was really cute. And then the flowers I painted with a clear smooch, and then tucked behind here I have some of the tuxedo and more of the holly berry crinkle ribbon, just to kind of dress up that knob a little bit. And that way, if, you know, when she puts this on her desk, if she chooses to have it where it's facing this direction, where the front, you know, is towards the people coming in, then she would have something pretty to look at on her side as well, instead of just a plain knob. So that's the reason, the thought process behind that. I like to make things, if they're dimensional like this, look just as pretty from all angles and not just the front. That way when it's displayed, you know, out on an open area, then it looks really nice all the way around. And so the lid just fits on here snugly, just like that. And you've got yourself a little gift box. So this is my design team project for challenge number 24, Back to School with Ribbon. And I used quite a bit of the ribbon, 5 different colors. And so I just kind of wanted to share with you guys how you could use many different colors from the different bundles that Julie puts together and make them coordinate. And I think it turned out really cute, and I really like it. And I'll have my daughter, you know, write a little note for herself, a little note card she can make and tuck it in the box. And she may end up wanting to actually put in, you know, maybe some, you know, those candies from Werther's that are like the caramel with the apple inside. She might want to just end up putting some hard candies that are wrapped inside here and give that to her instead of this, because she hasn't seen this yet, so she might think this looks too much like a pumpkin, because I don't know. Anyway, but I thought that was kind of cute. You know, my first attempt at doing something like that, so I don't think that's too bad. So anyway, so there is my project, and I want to thank you guys for stopping by and checking out another Scrap and Abby video. And if you're watching this directly from the 3 Girl Jam Challenge blog, thanks for stopping by. And again, these are just the beautiful crinkle ribbons that I used for this project. So I want to encourage you guys to go head to the 3 Girl Jam store. I'll put a link to the blog and to the store, which is off the website, in the description below. And go check out all of the amazing crinkle ribbons that Julie, the owner, puts together. And you guys will love creating with these. So thanks so much, and happy crafting. See you guys next time.